This morning on Today Health, avoiding the hazards of the holidays. It's a time to enjoy family and friends, but decorating and entertaining often is distracting, and there are a lot of injuries. Dr. Keri Peterson is contributor to Women's Health and Men's Health. She's here to review the most common holiday health hazards and how to avoid them. Dr. Peterson, great to see you.
Good morning, Erin.
So it just, at least anecdotally, it seems that there's a lot more injuries and health issues of all sorts during the holidays. Is that just anecdotal or actually true?
It is true. I mean, we have so many demands placed on us. We're shopping, we're cooking, we're entertaining, and as a result, we get distracted, and that's when accidents can happen.
All right, so let's go through a few of them, and let's start with cuts and wounds. Way more of them this time of year.
There's 6,000 ER visits a year with cuts and wounds, and the predominant source is in the kitchen. When you're cooking and slicing and dicing, it's a very popular gathering for the family, and you can easily get distracted, so you have to be careful not to slice your finger while you're talking to a family member.
All right, so how do you avoid that? Because I think we've all sort of sat there mincing garlic or doing something and not watching where the knife is.
Well, of course, you want to just pay attention, watch your fingers, and one of the other places you should be careful is when you open gifts, those plastic encased electronics and toys
that are impossible to get out.
That's where, that clamshell is so difficult, the plastic is so thick. That's the place where you really need to be aware. The tendency is to hold the package and take the knife and jab it right into your palm, and that's what happens. You go right through to your palm. So try buying one of those specifically designed clamshell openers where the blade is tucked away.
Okay. Now, decorating injuries. The Christmas tree is the center of a whole lot of wonderful things and problems too. Let's start with the decorating issues.
So yes, decorating related injuries. There's 5,000 ER visits a year just for that, particularly from decorating the top of the tree and hanging the lights outside. And the biggest culprit is a ladder. People tend to fall off the ladders. You can sustain neck and back injuries, so you have to be real careful on a ladder. And my advice would be, first, if you're hanging lights, make sure your ladder's on level ground.
Right.
Also, I know it's very tempting to want to get every spot on the top of the tree, but don't overreach on that ladder and don't step on the top 2 rungs.
And because then the whole thing can topple over.
Yes.
All right. Now, the other thing about a tree, I was thinking about this the other day, is fires. You know, a lot of people get your trees early. The tree dies, even though you're putting water. I mean, is it a real fire hazard?
It is absolutely a hazard. There are 400 fires per year, resulting in 40 deaths and 100 injuries, most commonly from Christmas trees due to shorts in the electric lighting or to candles that are too close to the branches. So you want to make sure you turn the lights on the tree off at night, keep candles away, make sure your tree is really well watered. A wet tree is a safer tree. It's much less flammable. So the best thing to do is just run your hand through the branch. If you end up with a fistful of needles, that tells you your tree is too dry. And speaking of candles, make sure candles are another source of fires, as well as the kitchen. With candles, never leave a room unattended with a candle, and keep candles away from windows. That draft can come in and blow the flame.
Catch the flame.
Be very careful.
All right. What about heart attacks? This is another tragic thing, that there are more of them this time of year than any time else. Why is that?
That's right, Erin. Basically, stress of the holidays is a big culprit, as well as having heavy meals, and people just get busy and they forget to take their medications.
So how do you know, and this is a big question everyone has any time of year with a heart attack, what are the symptoms that would say, okay, I need to go to the hospital because of this, rather than I need to go lie down?
Yes, okay, so first off, one that's well known is chest pain. People may be afraid to bring it to the attention of their family because they don't want to disrupt the festivities, but please do so. And other less common ones, heart attacks can mimic indigestion. So if you're having this unrelenting heartburn, please seek medical attention, as well as shortness of breath, sweating, and shoulder pain.
Shoulder pain. All right, that's a key one. And car accidents.
Yes.
People, it's snow. We just saw that pile up, right? It could be that, but also alcohol.
Alcohol is related in almost 50% of car accident fatalities. So just some commonly known advice, please designate a driver. Don't drive late at night when people are drinking and drowsy. Know your route ahead of time and program it in your GPS. Don't wait till you're on the road to program it into your GPS. And no cell phones or texting on the road.
Well, let's hope everyone pays attention to that every single day of the year.
That's true.
All right, Dr. Peterson, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Erin. Happy holidays.
A lot of this common sense stuff that we all just need to remember.